Stand up, fight back when communities are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back when democracy is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back when democracy is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back when democracy is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Thank you for standing up and fighting back. And standing up and fighting back doesn't mean taking up arms. It means picking up a pen. It means doing the research. It means holding our politicians accountable. It means all of the great work that the people here are doing, monitoring the waterways, doing citizen science. There are so many actions that you can take well beyond voting in the election. That's important, but there are many, many other actions that we can all take to make effects in our communities. So thank you all for being here.
Our CAPO coalition is, CAPOs are moving, or they're in St. Croix County, but CAPO in St. Croix County is working hard to get a moratorium passed in her county. And she's going to tell you her news story about, which is kind of the same old. It's funny, these stories are so similar. They're probably like it's like a hike of it all over the state. So Kim's going to tell you what it's like in St. Croix County. Hello, Madison!
I blew the mic!
Sing 1, 2, 3, there I am. Hello, Madison! I'm here from St. Croix County, next to Minneapolis. Believe it or not, I live in Wisconsin, where half the people in my county think Mark Dayton's their governor. Right? So I'm here today to exercise my constitutional rights and petition my government for a redress of grievances here. That's why I'm in Madison today. I'm bringing it to our house. This is not their house. This is our house. Did you say that? Our house. This is our house, not theirs. When this all blew up for us in May of this year, I got a gift from the New Richmond News editor. And he stated in an editorial, without knowing anything that was going on, that he was taking a survey. What is the one thing that everybody on the face of this earth should get, regardless of the cost? He did a survey, and what do you think the answer was? Water. Clean water. That's right, clean water. That is a basic human need. So what did we have to do? We had a massive public education to take on. And so thankful to Mary Doherty, Scott Dye, all of you people from across the state, Kewaunee County, the Utahs, Crawford folks. You have helped us, Greene County, Chris Marion, you have saved us. Thank you so much for that. Your sacrifice and your time, we couldn't thank you enough. So what we've done these last 5 months is we've shown up at every stinking county board meeting we could come to and made public comments. We've educated our board, we've lobbied them, we've talked to them. I have barraged them with emails and phone calls, and my town patrons have gone up to the town dump on the weekends, passing out information to anybody who'd listen, and we would go door to door with petitions and get signatures about the dairy. The dairy that we have in my neighborhood, 1.5 miles from my house. I stand in my driveway, I can see the dairy. We had a dairy come in 16 years ago with about 1,500 cows. New owner in March wants to expand it to 6,000 plus cows. Boo! That's right. Right now I have 3 neighbors within a mile of my house who had just tested their well, never had a problem with nitrates in the past. They now all three have nitrate problems, excessive nitrates. One of my neighbors got a quote on a reverse osmosis system, $11,000 for one faucet in the house. A new well, $20,000. No homeowner's insurance covers that. You are on your own. Well, I like these people say that it's all working. It's not working. So, we turned in these petitions to our county board in September. They took it to heart. And they have now drafted a moratorium that they just passed Thursday night in our Community Development Committee. And this now will go to our full county board probably in about 10 days. It gives us a chance to take a breath and to figure out what is going on with the water now before we pull in another 6,000 cows. We need to get educated. We need to study. We need that time. And I'm fairly confident our county board will give us that time. Thank you. But how did we get here? As we heard before, it's the folks that are sitting in this building that put us in this situation. So I'm here today to say shame on them. Shame on them for abandoning their neighbors. Shame on them for choosing polluters over their citizens. Shame on them for removing local control. Shame on them for cutting the DNR and its budget and losing our scientists. Shame on them for creating a toxic work environment that caused massive retirements and losing good people. Shame on them and our own state senator, who's in a re-election campaign right now. She won't show up at the public forum. She doesn't want to answer any questions. She will not talk to anybody. That's not acceptable in a democracy. So I'm calling on our lawmakers to enforce the regulations, make new ones where necessary, fund our DNR, restore citizen input. Turn the page. When the legislative audit report came out in June and said that the polluters are rarely cited, 94% of the time they got it wrong. I don't think, even though I was a school teacher, I don't think it takes a school teacher to tell you when you get 94% wrong. That's not a passing grade. Hello? Somebody needs to be watching the storm. Somebody needs to be monitoring. They need to be watching what's going on. They need to be protecting our clean drinking water. A friend of mine who works in international finance for 3M once told me a story. The biggest challenge in her job was when she went overseas and tried to deal with people in other countries. Because she says, here in America, we're really focused on the next quarter, the next sales report, the next election. But when she goes overseas, they're focused on the next generation. That's what we need to do when it comes to our clean drinking water. We need to focus on the next generation. As a friend of mine once told me, I've been very active now the last few years. That's why we have a county board that will listen to us. And a friend of mine told me, if you can't change their minds, you change their faces. We need to change some faces in this building. And lastly, I'll say that while I love the cream in my coffee, and that was brought up in one of the meetings. How dare we insult people